Have you ever been with friends when something really bad happens? I have. One day, freshman year, three of my friends and I, Ben, Jared, and Jason, decided that we were so bored sitting at home watching TV that we were going to go hiking. We gathered up a bunch of hiking supplies, backpacks, and a bunch of other stuff so we could eat while we were up there. We got about halfway across the mountain. We were hiking sideways across the mountain out on my friend Ben's property. It was us four out there, and then one of his dogs, and we got to an obstacle in our way. We all didn't know what to do. Then Jared suggested that we go around, and Jason suggested we go back. But Ben, since it's his property, knew how to get across, so I thought, and he led the way, and it was a big sandstone mudslide that we had to get across. We were about 3/4 of the way up to the top of it, and he was slowly creeping down, stutter stepping down, and at the bottom where we were was a big drop off, probably about 40 feet high, with a big river under it. So Ben, stutter stepping down the hill, starts to gain a little speed and starts full out running down the mountain. He couldn't stop himself. He jumped and hit his leg right on a stump that was at the bottom of the sandstone hill, so he wouldn't have to go off a 40-foot drop, and started screaming and cussing, and we didn't think much of it. We thought he was alright, so we went down. We slid down on our butts, because that was a safer idea, obviously. Got to the bottom of the hill, and we wanted to keep going, so we tried to get Ben up, but he wouldn't move. He was still screaming. He said it hurt so bad, and we lifted up his pant leg and check it out, and his bone of his leg was pushing out of his skin. It wasn't all the way out of his skin, but you could still see it a little bit. So we all freaked out and called Ben's mom, who was the closest, and she rode her dad's, Ben's grandpa's, four-wheeler out there. And where we were at, the hill was so steep that you couldn't just climb up it, especially with a broken leg. So we ended up having about 15 people there trying to get Ben out. We set up a bunch of ropes around trees, and we had to carry him out of there. We almost called the fire department. So we ended up getting out of the gully that we were in and rode back on the four-wheeler to Ben's house, where his mom rushed him to the hospital. And I guess you could say it was a pretty successful day. We got some good hiking in, and it was a overall good time besides Ben breaking his leg, and he ended up having to be in a wheelchair for a couple months. It was a pretty bad break. He broke it in 2 spots. So that's my story for you.